record with the help of our form command, and how we can search and delete a record with the help of form. We have seen we can easily add this form command from our quick access toolbar. We will go to quick access toolbar, then we will search for more commands, then a dialog box will open over where we will select all commands, and then on the left side all the commands will appear. We will select the form from there, and then we will add it to our quick access toolbar, and then we will click OK. That will close our this particular dialog box, and this form command will be added to this particular quick access toolbar. Then with the help of form command, we can easily add the new record, search a record, or we can easily delete a record. So today we are going to see how we can sort our data, how we can sort the data with the help of using different labels, and then how we can filter our data. So these are the three topics that we are going to cover today. So without wasting our time, let's start with today's session. So sorting means basically we can easily reorganize a worksheet by sorting the data. The sorting means basically content can be sorted either alphabetically, numerically, or in many other ways. So when I talk about the sorting, I hope you understand the sorting is nothing just arranging your data either in ascending order or descending order. That means like if we are sorting the name, so either making it alphabetically, like first name would be A, start with A, then B, then C, and so on. That is ascending. And the descending would be first name would start with Z, then we have Y, then we have X, and so on. So this is our ascending order, while this would be the descending. In case of numerical, sorry, in case of alphabetical. While in case of numerical, it would be like starting from the smallest number, then it would be the ascending. When it would be start with the largest one, then it would be descending. So we can sort our data in any of the format. Now, when we are sorting our Excel sheet, so there are two ways. Either we can sort the entire worksheet, or we can sort a specific cell range. Let's see how we can do it. So when we talk about the entire worksheet, first what we have to do is we have to select a cell in the column to sort. So for that, first what we have to do is we have to select a particular cell in a column in our worksheet. Then we will move to the data tab on the ribbon, and we will click A to Z command to sort A to Z. That means you can say ascending order, or Z to A command to sort Z to A. That means descending order. By this, our worksheet will be sorted by the selected column. Let's see how it will work. So here is we have one a sample worksheet for you guys, so that you can easily understand. So these are the headers. This is order ID, order details. So this is basically data of some store which has the order ID of all the customers. Then they have order date. Then they have this customer ID, customer name, city, state, and all these. Now what we want to do is we want to sort the data. So what we will do is we will move to our data tab over here. Then first we have to select the column. Let's say we want to sort it with the customer name. So we can press either this one, that is ascending order. Now you can see my complete sheet has been sorted with customer name in ascending order. First one is A, then we have the names starting with B, then we have the name starting with C, and so on. And now if you want to sort it from the help of descending, then we will press on this Z2A command. Now you can easily see my my entire worksheet is sorted with the customer name in descending order. That is, first is coming with Z, Then the following one, like from T, then we have there might be some other alphabet like S, R. So this is how you can sort your worksheet based on the customer name or based on a particular cell. It is not limited to this. If you go to the order date, we can sort it from here as well. Once you click on this A to Z, that means it would be the ascending date. That means the lowest one, that is 13th of May, then we have June, we have then and so on. If you want to make it descending, simply click on this. Now we have the latest one, that is of 2017, and then it will move to the 2016 and so on. This is how you can sort your entire worksheet with the help of this sort command. Clear? Now let's move on to our second one, that how we can sort our entire worksheet with the help of cell range. Now in this case, what would happen? Only the selected range. That means now you don't want to sort the entire worksheet. You simply want to sort some of the data of that. So what we will do? First we will select the cell range that we want to sort. Then we will go to data tab on the ribbon, and then we will click on sort command. The When we click on it, then the sort dialog box will appear. Then we will select which column we are going to use to sort, and then we will choose the sorting order, that is either ascending or descending. And when we will press OK, our particular data would be sorted. I sorted based on our sort criteria. So that sort criteria can be, just a second. So with the help of this, you can easily sort your data. Now let's see how we can sort that. So we have this sort data that need to be sorted. We will select, let's say we want to select these particular range only that we want to sort. Here, now we will click on this sort command. Now it will ask by which we want to sort it, either one the customer name or city or state. Let's say I want to sort by city. I'll select the city. Then over here I'll select the order, that is whether I want to sort with the help of in a ascending order, that is A to Z, or Z to A, that is descending. Let's say I select the descending, and when I press OK, you can check only that particular portion that I have selected, only that portion has been sorted. Clear? Let's see one more time. What we have to do is we have to go to this sort command. After selecting the range, then we will select the column. I have selected over here city. Now let's select, and then you have to select the order. That means on which order you want to sort. Either in a to Z, that is ascending order, or Z to A, that means descending order. Let's say I want to sort it on ascending order. I click on there and then press OK. Once I press OK, you can check that that particular data that I have selected, that is the specific cell range, has been sorted. I hope this is clear to all. Let's make it back. So this is how you can sort your selected range with the help of sort command, which is available on your data tab. Now let's move to our next topic, that is now we have this sorting label. So sorting labels means that data can be sorted using more than one column by adding multiple labels to any sort. That means if we want to sort our data on the basis of you can say multiple columns. Like suppose in our data we have seen we have a order date. Okay, we have a customer name, we have a city, we have a state. Like suppose you want to sort your data first on the basis of order date, then you want to make it on the basis of alphabetically of customer name. Then on that order, after applying this customer name, you want it to be sorted with the city based on their customer name, and then later on you want to sort it like this. Or let's keep it we just skip this order date. Let's keep it Let me erase all. Let me write again. Let's we want to first sort our data based on customer name. Then we want to sort based on their city, and then we want to sort based on their state. So we want to first sort the data based on customer name. Then after applying this customer name, once it is sorted, then we want to sort it on the basis of city, and then later on the basis of state. So how we can do it? So first we will select a cell in the column to sort. Then we will go to the data tab and we will click on the ribbon. That is the this data tab which is provided on the ribbon. We will click on that and then we will select the sort command. After clicking on it, the sort dialog box will appear and then we will select the first column to sort. Here after selecting that particular first column, like you have seen in this one, in the range one, let's say I click on this, I will click on this sort command. Now it is showing me all those columns. Now first let's say I want to sort it on the basis of customer name. I'll select A to Z. So now I have selected my first column. Clear? Now I'll go to, now what I have to do is I'll add a label to another column to sort by. That means after sorting with the help of customer name, I want to sort it with the help of city. So what I will do is I'll add a label. So on over here you are getting this add label. Let's click on it, and now I'll select the another column on which name I want to sort it. That means I want to sort it by its city. Then I'll select the city, and then what we will do is select the next column to sort by. Then click OK. That means if you after selecting the column, we will press on OK. So that means we are doing only basis of 2 columns, but we want to do it on the basis of 3 columns. So what we will do is we will add one more column, that is we will add one more label. Then we will select state A to Z. So after selecting this, what we will do is we will press OK and the worksheet will be sorted according to the selected order. Let's see. So we will, these are the 3 levels, that is first it will sort on the basis of name, then with the help of city, and then state. When I click on this OK, just look at the sheet. You can check that my complete sheet has been sorted based on their name and then their city. So you can check first it has sorted on the basis of name, then after name, remember it would be sorted after name. After name it would apply this city. Now as this Endo is below Alessandro, clear? So now its city won't be sorted because there is no other matching over here, and it can't replace the Endo with Alessandro. So first level would be there. Then if there would be comma some other, then that particular would be applied, and then this would be applied. If you want to change the labels or that something else, so we can do that also. Let's select, we first want to sort it with the help of, let's say, order date, and we want to be newest to oldest. That means we want the later order to become first and the initial orders to become at the last. Then let's say we want to sort it on the basis of customer name, that is A to Z, and then let's say we want to sort it with the help of state only. Clear? Now I'll press OK. So you can check that I am getting over here first their date, then after date it is being sorted with the help of this. If we have the same orders on same date by different customers, so that would be applied to that also. I think we don't have any such data, that's why we are not getting that sorting in that, because on the same date if we have 2 different orders, so that is being placed by the same customer. So let me check if there is something, so you would get those that particular thing is applying on that or not. Okay, so in this data we don't have any such customers, 2 customers who have applied on the same date. So what we can do is let's change it to less one. Okay, now let's try. We know that first it should sort on the basis of this order date, then it should be sort on basis of customer. So let's try if there is change. So you can check. I have changed the name, and first it is sorted on the basis of date, and then it has applied the sorting on this customer name. You can see now Ken is coming on the top of Latham, which was earlierly on the top of Ken. You can check earlierly this was the sheet, but when I applied the sort, the sheet becomes like this. So this is how you can add multiple labels on your sheet while sorting. I hope this is clear to you. So let's move on to our next topic, that is filtration of data. So basically what does filters do? So filters can be used to narrow down the data in the worksheet, allowing one to view only the information one needs. What does that mean is, let's suppose you want to you have all that data, the stuff that you have seen in this Excel sheet. Now you just want to see a data that is or the orders that is placed by a specific customer only. So how you can see that? How you can check only for like the orders that has been placed by Crane Bannon, or let's say you want to check the orders that has been placed for by a particular state. Let's say the Texas state. I want to check the orders that has been placed from Texas only. So how we can do that? So for that particular task, we can use this filtering of data. It helps us to provide only that information which is needed. So for that, a header row should be in the worksheet for filtering, which is used to identify the name of each one. So if you don't have any header, on that also the filtration would work, but that would be a confusing for you that on basis of which column you are going to filter. So it is generally asked, or it is generally recommended that you should use some header so that whenever you are doing your filtration, so that should be known that on which column you are applying the filter. So to apply that, what we will do is we will go to the data tab, and then we will click on this filter command. After clicking that filter command, a drop down arrow will appear in the header cell for each column. That means the number of columns we have, so we will get a drop down arrow. Let's see what is this. So over here we are already in data tab, so we will click on this filter tab. So you can check, when I clicked on this filter tab, there is this drop down arrow ahead of all the columns. So basically with the help of this, these are the kind of, it will ask you to apply those filters. Now let's check what we have to do to apply the filter. So what we will do is we will click drop down arrow for the column to filter. That means we will go to that particular column and then we will click on this drop down arrow. Then a filter menu will appear. Then we will uncheck the box next to select all to quickly deselect the data. That means there would be some checkbox like I told you I want to sort filter on the basis of this. So over here you can check that there are these are the different states here. Let's uncheck on this. So once I will uncheck on it, so you can check. Once I uncheck the select all the check boxes have been removed. Now what I have to do is check the boxes next to the data to filter, then click OK. So once I'll select, and then our data would be filtered. Let's say I want to see only the order placed from the Texas. I'll select this one and I'll just simply press OK. So once I press OK, you can see I'm getting all those orders that has been placed from the state Texas. You can check there is no other data being shown, only that filter data is being shown. Once I click on this filter again, so all that filtration would be gone and the initial data would come again. So I'll go to the filter again and then I'll I'll go to this filter again, go to the state, I'll go to this and then I'll use only Texas. So this is how you can get a filter data with the help of this filter command. So now you can see only those particular orders which has been placed from Texas are coming over here. Clear? Then if let's say if you want to apply the multiple filters, so multiple filters means now we have selected only one value. Now let's say it might be that you want to see the data of different values as well. So what we will do is again we will click on this drop down arrow for the column to filter. A filter menu will appear. Then we will check or uncheck the boxes depending on the data to filter. That means based on those values we want to filter, we will check or uncheck them and then we will click on OK. Once we will click, a new filter will be applied. That means the data would be filtered based on our new filter. So let's go to there. So earlier we were getting the data, that means we were getting only Texas orders only. Now let's say we want to see the Washington as well. We want to see Pennsylvania, all these three only. Okay. Let's say if you want to see any other, let's say we want to see the Florida orders as well. So what we will do, we will press on this OK, and now you can check that other order that has been placed from all these states are coming over here. So we have this Pennsylvania, we have Washington, we have Florida. Only all these four states we are getting the orders. So this is how you can apply a multiple filters as well to do that. Now let's say you want to clear the applied filters. So I have already shown you. What we will do is we will click the drop down arrow for filter to clear. The filter menu will appear. Choose clear filter from the filter menu. So what we will do is we will go to this, and over here we are getting this clear filter from state. So once I click on it, you can check that filter has been removed from this particular column and we are getting the complete data. So once we will click this, then we will choose filter to clear. Filter menu will appear, then we will select or choose this particular command. So this command is when we write in bracket, so that means over here you will get that particular column name on which you have applied the filter. So we have applied on state, so that's why we were getting clear filter from state. So once you will click on that, the filter will be cleared from the column. So like you have already seen, I have now it is disabled. Let's say I want to apply based on this. So we are getting only these two states data. Now I want to clear this particular filter. So what I'll do, I'll go to this drop down. Over here I am getting this clear filter from state. So once I click on this, so you can check that filter has been removed. Now if you want to remove all these drop downs that are coming on the each column, so what we have to do is we have to simply click on this filter. So those particular filter command would be removed. So this is how you can filter your data. So that's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the today's session. So today we have seen how we can sort our data either in ascending order or descending order. And these order we can apply any kind of data. That means it could be a alphabetical value or a numerical value, or it can be a date as well, or any other type that is allowed by your Excel. So all those data types you can easily sort with the help of this sort data. To sort, what we have to do is we have to simply go to data tab. In the data tab you will find this sort command, and in the sort you will find two more commands. One is for A to Z and another one is Z to A. This is for ascending and this one is for descending. So once you click on this directly, so your data would be sorted in ascending format, or if you click on this one, then your data would be sorted in descending order. Here, this is how we can sort the data. Then we have seen how we can apply the sorting labels. sorting labels we have seen. That means if we want to sort our data based on multiple columns, then how we can sort? So for that, first we have to click on this sort command that is obviously in the data tab. So after clicking on those sort command, a dialog box would be there, and in that we will select our first column. Based on that we want to sort. So after selecting the first column, we will select its order. That means ascending or descending, and then there would be another option on this dialog box, that is add label. We will click on this add label, and then it will ask us to select another column, that is the second column, you can say. Then we will select that second column again. Then we will decide its order on which we want to sort, either ascending or descending, and then and so on. And so on means you can select n number of columns. N number of, that means the number of columns that has been provided in your sheet, those columns that contain the data. So you can select all those columns and sort your data based on that, depending on the level. So that would be the first level. Then it will sort your sheet on the basis of this second one, then third, then fourth. So this is how your sort would be applied. In more general terms, you can understand something like, suppose you have your data, let's say A, let's say these are the grade, and these are, let's say, marks. Okay, A I have in this 40, A let's say I have 45, A let's say I have 43, then let's say B we have 40, let's say 38, B we have 35, B let's say 36. Now, or there is like, let's say we have a D with a 20 and a C with 30. Now let's say on this data you want to first sort based on your grade, and then you want to sort based on your mark. Or let's say it's just opposite. First you want to sort it on the basis of your mark, and then you want to sort it on the basis of your grade, that you want a multiple levels to be applied. So for that, once you apply that multiple level and you select that marks as a first column and grade as a second column. So in that case, what would happen? So it will sort your data based on this. There would be grade and there would be marks. So first your marks would be sorted. That means we have 45, then we have 43, then we have 40, then we have 38, 36, 35, 30, and then 20. And then its grade would be sorted. For 45 we have A, 43 A, 40 A, 38 is B, 36 B, 35 B, and then for 30 we have C, and for 20 we have D. So this is how your sort multi-level sort will take place. Clear? So this is how you can apply a sorting based on your levels. Then we have seen how we can do a filtering on our data. So we have seen how we can apply the filter. So in the filters we have seen, we will go to the again data tab. Then in a data we will select the filter command. Then in a filter command we will select, once we clicked on it, so we will find a drop down arrow, something like this, in each column. And then on the basis of particular column we want to filter, we will go to that particular column. We will click on this. We will click on this drop down arrow, and then all those values will be provided in this. Over here we will get a select all, which would be by default selected. So we will uncheck it, and then we will select the desired values on which we want to filter. That means we want to show only those values. So we will select only, let's say, this one value. So only those values containing this particular data, only those rows will be displayed on our Excel sheet. So this is how you can apply a filter. And if you want to apply a multiple filters, so you can also do that. So you can select the multiple values from here as well. So that means if you apply only these two values, then we can filter our data based on these two values in that column. So that's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed this session, and please go through our Learn Forward app. In case you have any queries, any question, you can on write us to us write to us on there, and we will definitely going to answer your queries, your questions. If you want any other kind of feedback or suggestions, do write us. Keep learning.